In the tangled web of human history, he has dared to venture into the labyrinth of our own consciousness. One man, however, didn't just venture, he drew the map. This is the story of Sigmund Freud, the man who sought to unlock the mind. Born in 1856, Sigmund Freud came of age in the intellectual whirlwind of 19th century Vienna. The city's bustling streets and grand coffee houses were a backdrop to a revolution in thought, and Freud was destined to be at its epicenter. His early ambitions were rooted in the tangible world of science. As a young medical student, he immersed himself in his studies, spending countless hours in vast libraries and laboratories. Driven by a relentless curiosity, he dedicated himself to neurology, peering through microscopes to understand the intricate workings of the nervous system. Yet, he soon realized that the deepest mysteries of the human condition weren't visible on a glass slide. He felt a growing conviction that the source of his patient's suffering lay hidden, far beyond the reach of conventional medicine. A pivotal journey to Paris in the 1880s would forever alter the course of his career, and indeed the course of modern thought. There, he witnessed the work of the renowned neurologist Jean-Martin Charcot, who used hypnosis to treat patients with hysteria. Watching Charcot seemingly command a patient's symptoms to appear and disappear, Freud was struck by a profound revelation. A powerful, unseen force was at play within the human mind. He began to conceptualize this hidden realm as the unconscious, a vast, locked chamber holding our deepest fears, desires, and repressed memories. This was the foundational insight that led to the birth of a radical new science, psychoanalysis. Back in Vienna, he developed his revolutionary talking cure. Patients, most famously women, would recline on his now iconic couch and speak freely, unearthing thoughts from the deepest recesses of their minds. He delved into the surreal landscape of dreams, interpreting their bizarre and often disturbing imagery, melting clocks, floating figures, and strange symbolic encounters as coded messages from the unconscious. Freud's theories were as controversial as they were groundbreaking, and he committed them to paper in a series of seminal works that would shake the foundations of psychology, art, and literature. Books like The Interpretation of Dreams and The Psychopathology of Everyday Life introduced radical concepts such as the Oedipus complex, ego, and ID, forever changing how we understand ourselves. He gathered a circle of brilliant and sometimes contentious colleagues, including figures like Carl Jung, who would both champion and challenge his ideas. But as his intellectual legacy grew, the world outside his study was descending into darkness. With the rise of the Nazi regime, his books, the work of a Jewish intellectual, were cast into bonfires, his theories branded a corrupting influence. Forced to flee his beloved Vienna in 1938, he spent his final year in London. A poignant final image shows an elderly Freud in his new study, a refugee looking out at a world he had tried so hard to understand, yet one that remained engulfed in its own destructive impulses. Though many of his theories are still debated today, Freud's influence is undeniable. He gave us a new language to talk about our inner lives and peeled back the curtain on the complexities of the human psyche. He dared to look into the abyss of the mind, and in doing so, he forever changed our reflection. He remains not just a figure of history, but a permanent fixture in the ongoing story of who we are.